Okay guys, I'm back. I'm getting ready to wrap this dinner up. I got all of my heavy stuff done. The turkey is done. The ham is almost ready to come out of the oven. So what I'm going to do right now, I got to make some potato salad. I've already cut and peeled my potatoes. And what I always do is cut them into little squares, cool them down, and then I'll start putting the ingredients in here shortly, and we'll have potato salad. But before I do the potato salad, I need to get these yams in the oven. They take a little bit longer. They take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to cook. This is about 4 pounds of sweet potatoes I washed, peeled, and sliced. So I'm getting ready to get them into the oven right now. So what I'll do is go ahead and I think I'm going to melt my butter down a little bit to put in there. But it requires butter, sugar. Okay, I'm going to use about 2.5 cups of sugar, a stick of butter, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, a tablespoon of vanilla flavor, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, just to get it all over those potatoes. And you don't have to put any water. Run them through the oven for about an hour and a half, and they'll make their own syrup, and we'll have candy yams. So hold on just 1 second while I let this butter melt down for a second.
Like always will.
Okay, y'all. I'm getting ready to start with my sweet potatoes. Sorry about that. Y'all know I had to turn that TV down. Okay, so what I'm doing here now, this is honey butter, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and spread this honey butter. This is about the equivalent of 1 stick of honey butter. I'm just pouring it right over these taters. So that's going to be even better with that honey butter. Okay, and you know, I could have cut this butter, you know, just left it like it was, but I think since I'm putting them in the oven and I want them to make sure that everything is evenly distributed. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put this is a tablespoon of vanilla flavor. Oh, a couple of tablespoons, really, actually, because, you know, I told y'all this ain't real vanilla, y'all. Y'all know that. I still haven't ran out of this, so as soon as I run out of this, I'm going to go ahead and get my real vanilla. Didn't even think to do it when I was at Sam's. This is about my little, y'all know I do about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of, I said 1/8, but this is quite a few potatoes. So all this will just melt. When that sugar start melting, it'll go right down through these potatoes, and they'll be just yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, and you know, as they're cooking, you're gonna almost like basting them, pouring the everything over, and then start putting in. I've got brown sugar, I've got some white sugar. So I'm just gonna start with just start putting the sugar on like so. You can use all brown sugar, you can use all white sugar, whatever you have, you know, whatever you prefer. So like I said, this is going to be about 2.5 cups of sugar on these potatoes. And just let it, what it'll do is just melt down through there. You don't have to put any water, not any water on these. Just make sure they're all through, so when, as it melts, and it'll melt right through them. Okay? Now, yeah, I didn't put my salt in. I just put my 1/2 teaspoon of salt in. Okay, and again, I told you I use that Himalayan pink salt. About 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. And what the salt does, it's kind of sort of goes through there and help with that buttery flavor. Knocks the edge off of that sugar. And to get it all over the potatoes, you just have to make sure that you stir it through. Continue to baste your potatoes. Whew, thank God that lid was on. Okay, so these are ready now to just go on into the oven, and they'll cook in about 1.5 hours. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, it's time to get the stuffing going. So what I've got is a good sized pan of cornbread. Now if you can, one of these half-size tin pans, I made that full of cornbread. So that's what I'm going to use to make my stuffing out of. Let me get my glove hand. Going over here. So we got the cornbread already in there. And those yams are cooking already. Okay. The one thing I didn't get was I gotta get my eggs. Okay, that stove is ringing, so that means it's time for me to take that ham out. So y'all excuse me one sec. Okay, y'all, that ham was calling for me to get it out of there. So the ham is out. Ooh, I don't want on a burner though. I'll tell you that. I don't want cooking on a burner. See, the ham is out of the oven. And you see how it's got that little juice at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and marinate it a little bit more, but for the most part, it has cooked. This is after cooking for an hour and a half, so the ham is done because it was smoked, so that means that it wasn't all that uncooked to begin with. So the ham is ready. The turkey is out. Look at her, isn't she wonderful? So I've got all the broth in there. I'm going to pour right over in here to make my stuffing and keep some of it, of course, for my gravy, because we gotta have gravy for the rice, y'all. So let's get this stuffing going. See, this dinner is moving right along, and on this, remember those collards? The collards are back there. They're still throwing out a little bit. Remember, I cooked those last week sometime. So pretty much what I've got to do is rice, and y'all know I'm gonna do some green beans. So the two veggies for the day is gonna be collards and green beans. So I've got my green beans. Y'all know I'm going to do 2 bags of these green beans by Food Line. So everything is coming together. So this is how I chose to do the meal today. I'll just show y'all step by step what I'm basically doing. So right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is get my glove on. Where's my glove? There's my glove. I am going to, like I say, I'm going to use not a lot. Some of this broth off this turkey is going to go for the dressing. Some's going to go for some gravy. Okay. Also, I got about 8 slices of bread. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bread right in there along with the cornbread. So I always put light bread, as we call it, or sandwich bread. It goes into my stuffing. Okay. So I got some light bread in there, which is right there. And I wet it a little bit just to help to get it going. So when I start mixing it, it'll cooperate with the program now, so to speak. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and pour. I've let this turkey cool off. And I'm just going to pour that much for right now. And the rest, while I'm pouring, I go ahead and pour it up for the gravy. Okay. There we go. And I think I've got it evenly distributed enough. Yeah, we do. Okay. I'm going to need a couple of eggs to put in here also. So far I've got, what, the cornbread, the light bread, the broth off of the turkey, and I've got a cup and a half of ground up bell pepper, celery, and onion. This is a medium bell pepper, celery, a medium bell pepper, medium onion, and 2 stalks of celery that I've got to put in here. And I'm also going to put in here a, remember those veggies that I put inside of the turkey? Well, they're going to go into my blender, and I'm going to mix it up real good, and it's going to go right into the stuffing. Okay, I've gone ahead and taken those veggies out. See, they're all cooked up now, so we're going to use those as part of our flavoring for our stuffing. So I've taken them out of the front cavity. Now let me get it out of the back cavity. Okay. So we use all of this, and all of this makes for a very flavorful stuffing, and also some for our, don't forget our gravy. We got Yeah, oops, sorry about that. We gotta have our gravy seasoned up as well. Okay, now I need to get over here and pause for the calls, so I need to make me some space. Again, this is one of those times where you need a big old kitchen, but when I'm seeing the mess that I make or create while cooking, honey, I'd be thinking the thing I don't have a bigger space. If I had a bigger space, I'd have more to clean up. So thank God for the space I got, Lord. I'm so grateful and so thankful that you gave me the kitchen that I have. I am not complaining. So God knows I don't need no more to have to clean up anyway. So I just thank God for this space. You know, I'm just grateful and thankful for what I can do in the space that I have. Honey, I work miracles over in this camp some days. I'm here to tell you, because I look at myself sometimes and think, I don't know where you get all that going in that small space. But I manage because I know how to organize. I know how to just put things together and execute. So here we go. We're going to get back to the stuffing. I'm talking because I need time to do a little cleanup. Because y'all know it drives me crazy to have stuff all over the place when I'm trying to cook. So just kind of clearing my space over here, marking my territory so that I don't have things all in the way. I'm going to put a glove on one of my hands because I'm going to have to dig down into this stuffing to get it mixed. Okay, there's me a towel. So I got to get this stuffing into the oven. It takes a good hour to hour and a half to cook the stuffing, okay? So far we got your veggies, your light bread, and your cornbread in the pan. Let's go ahead and do us. I've got, I don't want nutmeg. Whew, thank Jesus for being able to read, because I definitely don't want no nutmeg in my stuffing. Not today anyway. I'm sure it'll work if I thought about it long enough. Let's go ahead and get us a teaspoon of poultry seasoning going in there. Yep, we need the poultry seasoning. It's coming out mighty slow. There we go. Got our poultry seasoning in. And then we're going to put in, that was sage, I'm sorry. Put a little bit, just a little bit of poultry seasoning, or about an eighth of a teaspoon, fourth of a teaspoon rather, of poultry seasoning, and a teaspoon of sage. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay, now, because our broth is already pretty well seasoned, like it needs to be, not all the way, I'm going to throw in just about a teaspoon of my complete seasoning, because complete seasoning does just what it says. It completes what you're going after as far as taste. Let me go ahead and get these. What I'm going to do with these veggies is put them on the blender and let them, and break them down to like a paste. Okay? So just put them on my little ninja here, because this is the fastest way to do it. So y'all gonna hear a little burst of noise here in a few minutes. Let me move that up out of the way. I believe that did it. So now I've got those veggies that came from the turkey. I've now got it all blended, and it's going to go right into my stuffing mix here. Okay. Okay. Hold on one sec for me. And we're back. Okay. Now, go ahead and get the lid off of this and just pour most of that. See how it's just down to a paste pretty much, in the rest of that I'm just going to pour it right over into my pan where I'm going to do the gravy, because you know we got to have gravy out there. Okay. I'm going to leave that a little bit in the back of my mind. I'm going to need some for something else. No, I'm not. If I do, I'll just have to figure it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my teaspoon of complete seasoning. Now I hope y'all, because we're going to be eating this food between 4 and 4:30. We just don't like to eat early in the day. So around 4:30 is when we plan on eating this food. So it'll be nice and freshly cooked. 4:30, 5 o'clock. Cause we'll, you know, me and the kids, like we on Sunday, we sit around, we eat, and then we all watch a movie together. So again, our Sunday dinner, our Thanksgiving dinner and whatnot won't be any different than the way we do on Sunday, as far as, you know, who's here, what we do, and what our little process is. So get this glove hand together here, and we're going to go ahead and start just mashing. You got it, all those ingredients incorporated into this stuffing. And what better way than the gloved hand? This is a big old pan of stuffing, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit more liquid. Oh, I've got to put my eggs in as well. Let me walk over here and get some eggs. I'm coming. Coming. Oh, y'all hold on just a minute. Had a little minor catastrophe. Okay, y'all, I'm back from my little minor catastrophe. Dropped the egg, wouldn't you know it? So, you know, that means I had to clean it up so it didn't make a mess and go on through the rug and da-da-da-da-da. Then I had to wash my hands and get cleaned up again. Change my glove, so I'm back. Okay, let's get on with this. Like I said, honey, things happen. So no need to even try to pretend like stuff don't happen in the kitchen. Of course, I wasn't going to let y'all see all that. But nonetheless, just know this, when you're cooking, don't get discouraged when, you know, if you burn or scorch something. That's why when when certain little things happen, I try to let you know about it. So, especially in the beginning, because it can get very discouraging if you have things going wrong while you're cooking. And you think, oh, I'm not going to get this right, I ain't doing this right, and all that kind of good stuff. So just know, things do happen in the kitchen. And I dropped that egg. You know, have you ever been getting ready to make a catastrophe, but you went on through with it anyway, and the catastrophe happened? And if you had listened, like people say, I should have listened to my first mind, or I just should have listened to my gut to know that I should have taken that in a different direction, and it would never have happened. Okay, I'm going to put me a little Smart Start in there. About a half a stick of Smart Start. We need a little butter. Y'all know we have to have a little butter in the stuffing, because we didn't have all that much. Just sort of have it so it's not dry and stiff. I don't like dry stiff. I like my stuff a little bit loose and just good. I like the goodness of stuffing. Okay, y'all, so here we go. Now, depending on whether you like your stuffing thick or thin, I don't like it real thick, and I don't want it too thin, because I don't like it crunchy per se. Just around the edges, if it gets, you know, a little bit crunchy around the edges, but having it, you know, kind of real too crunchy, we don't want that. So, I'll tell you one thing I am looking for is my black pepper. There, I found it. So I need me a couple teaspoons of black pepper in here. Okay, there we go. Got the black pepper, because I'm going to need that for my gravy as well. You know how black pepper does, it does what it does. I don't know what it does. I'm going to put me a little turmeric in there just for the sake of, I like that flavor. It's always there. What's that flavor you got going on in there? What's that flavor? About a half a teaspoon of turmeric is all we need in that stuffing. There we go. Just enough to give it that little good flavor. It almost has a sagey, to me, it's my taste buds, sagey poultry seasoning flavor, but then it takes it a step further because just like your what's my other spice I'm trying to think of, just like my curry powder, I like to put a little bit of that in there too, because it has those, to me it's like aromatic. Put an eighth in there, well over an eighth in there, and that just gives it, that just pumps that flavor right on up to where you like for it to be. Because one thing about, to me again, seasonings like that, some people like them real pungent. I don't. I like the hint of that little seasoning in there where everybody's trying to figure out, now what is that? Whew, what is that? Okay, so now we got the stuff in this mix. All that's left to do with this is to get it into a pan, which is over here. I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Get it into my baking dish here. Did I put my complete seasoning? I'm not sure. If I did, I don't recall putting complete in here. In case we did, we just put a half. Just to get it in this particular pan of stuffing, complete will do just almost, to me, what the turmeric and the cumin, I mean curry, not cumin. Cumin, honey, you have to know what you do with that cumin. I ain't found too many things that I've been big girl enough to deal with that cumin, honey. That cumin don't be playing around with you. I'll tell you right now, cumin don't play with you. Okay, now I am done mixing. I need to do one more thing before I actually put it into the pan. What I want to do right here is just spray my pan a little bit. And I want to go ahead now let's see how big that pan's gonna be. I may have to bake it. Yeah, I'm gonna bake it in 2 pans, another small pan, because I don't want it too thick. That one's thick enough. And you do know that stuffing freezes well, so I've got enough that I'm gonna freeze. Take it out another time. Okay. All right, so the stuffing is done, y'all. This stuffing is ready to go into the oven, 375 for about an hour. Okay, so that's where it's going right this minute, y'all. So y'all hold on for me. Let me get this out of the way and we'll mix the potato. Good thing I had to go in the refrigerator after those eggs I dropped. I got to get this mac and cheese on. Remember, last night we got it made up. So now all we got to do is put it into the oven. Well, hey. Whew. Yeah. It's rolling. It's rolling. That was... Did you make sweet potato pie? Did I make sweet potato pie? I don't want y'all to try to shoot me.
What you mean? You say
if I didn't make them, y'all would have been looking at me side-eyed. That was Sands asking me, honey, hard as I was hustling them pies last night. Yes, I made some potato pie. Sure been did. Whew. Whew, child. Almost on the downswing.
Okay, what time is this going to get?
It's going to be done about right at 4 o'clock, honey. I'm about ready.
What time is it?
Tansy is the person that has to have like every hour on that. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Not quite.
From your own guy. I will not hear of it.
Across this one's home.
What day was it?
I'm not sure.
And what day did you say that it was again?
I don't remember.
So how did you know what you were? Did they give you an address?
No.
So how did you know how to find this?
I followed them.
You followed.
Yes.
Who were they driving?
Car. Really?
So you told me you were following them. They didn't know that they were being followed.
Well, they drove off the side of this road. I just took a chance that this was a crazy. Did I do something wrong?
No.
No, nobody got me.
You said that you wanted to leave the house, didn't you?
Yes.
Come inside.
Okay. What? There's something wrong? He's looking at you wrong. Right, shut it. Sit. Look, I don't know what you mean, but something happened here.
Why did you park your car so far away?
Okay, we're getting ready to get this chicken into the pan.
Where's the car?
Remember last night I got it all seasoned, so it's ready to go. I'm just going to batter it now in a Monster's
You really told us?
chicken burger. We're going to see how that works out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start dropping this chicken into that hot grease. Don't have it too hot because, again, it's a breader. You know, the breaders
Comes out.
tend to cook faster because they got whatever mixture it browns quickly is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Damn.
Oops. Sorry about that, y'all. My phone literally flew across the room. Nice catch, Peggy. I did used to play softball, y'all. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and get that first pan going. And next time you see this chicken, it'll be between somebody's teeth or on their plate. Okay. Okay, let's get it on the big burner. The big burner. Okay, that grease needs to heat up a little bit more. I'm just being a little bit cautious about having that grease too hot. Of course, I need to do a cleanup. Because when I flipped the phone, it flipped over the breader.
Oh, she speaks.
Yeah, that would be Callie.
I think you're precious. Mother, take a good though.
Okay, so we're going to get the chicken going.
Oh, how rude. Just wait. No love here. Just wait. Come on, take it.
These are good sized chicken wings, so I'm excited about that, honey, because of a little bit of chicken wings ain't about nothing, y'all. So we get that grease, let that heat build up on them, because these chicken wings are pretty good size. So we're going to get these going, and we'll be done frying these chicken in about the next 30-45 minutes, okay? I'm going to have about 3 pans of chicken, so y'all hang in there and look out. Be getting your stuff going now. I need to stop and do a cleanup, y'all. Okay, y'all, the yams are out. Those are grandma's yams where they had a little black around the edges right there where you leave them in the oven a little bit longer to get that little crisp on. They're ready. Okay, y'all, everything is ready. Look what he's doing to him, man. You see what he's doing to him? Okay, y'all, the turkey and ham, I'm pre-carving because it's just easier to serve that way. So there's the ham and turkey already. Okay, y'all, Thanksgiving dinner is finished. There's the turkey already carved. The ham is carved. I got my collards on the back burner. Fried chicken wings, stuffing, gravy, rice, green beans, candy yams, mac and cheese. That's Kareem's hot mac and cheese. And there is just a regular mac and cheese. So, we're getting ready to do this Thanksgiving thing. Just a few of us today, y'all. Not the usual big old crowd. So, thank y'all for hanging out with me for a day and a half while I cooked everything. Hope y'all got your meal ready. Everybody's here just about it that's going to eat here today. So, we get ready to do it. Okay. Listen, guys. Think about somebody that you're going to fix a plate of food for, or pray that they receive a plate of food today. Take it to them, send it to them, whatever. Just share somewhere. Keep those prayers going up for them. Stand in the gap. Pray without ceasing, y'all. Give thanks to God that brought you to this day for all the things that we've gone through throughout the year. Love on somebody. Call somebody on the phone. I got a few unexpected calls today that just pumped me up and made me feel wonderful. So, listen, guys, until I decide to cook again, I don't know when that's going to be. I'm going to say love you guys. Toodaloo. Okay, y'all, I have done it. The pies are done. They're baked. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They're ready to be eaten. Thanksgiving pies, y'all. These are my mama's pies. These are how my mama used to make them, y'all. So, get in the kitchen, get the recipe out, turn the video on, and go ahead and make them big old, those good old, sweet potato pies like my mama used to make. They are wonderful. I'm telling you the truth. That filling came out perfect, y'all. Absolutely perfect, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me while I got these pies all baked up. I got all 6 of them done. Aren't they just beautiful? I feel like bragging. Isn't that just pretty? Food is just such a wonderful thing. That's why I enjoy cooking so much, because I always enjoy the end product, and my children are just going to be so happy, because I only do this maybe 3 times a year. So I always make sure I have them their own personal pie. So we're ready for Thanksgiving for the dessert. I'm going to move on and start doing my mac and cheese, y'all. So it's like I told you, I'm going to be just putting those videos out there pretty much one by one, and then I'll pull them all together in the end. But thank y'all for hanging out with me. Keep on praying without ceasing. Standing in the gap. While you're in the kitchen cooking, find somebody to cook a little something extra and take it to them so that they can enjoy it. Listen, guys, thank you, love you. Until I decide to make another video, which will be probably my, the mac and cheese. I got to do mac and cheese, and I got to do stuffing tonight. And then in the morning, I'll get up and finish it off. I tell you what, I've paced myself well, and this dinner is almost ready. Thank y'all, love y'all. Keep those prayers going up now so the blessings will continue to come down. See you in the morning. Toodaloo. Oh, guys, I'm back. I almost forgot. This is just going to be right on the end of this pie video, since the pies were dessert. This little variety pack of cookie dough is awesome. As you can see, you get 24 chocolate chip, 12 pumpkin, and 24 sugar cookies. So right now, I am going to go ahead and bake the pumpkin and some chocolate chip, because Kareem had already tried out the chocolate chip the other day. So I got 12 chocolate chip and 12 pumpkin, and then I'll come back and make the sugar cookies last, because I have to fill up my cookie box. I'll show y'all my cookie box. So y'all will see these tomorrow on the flavor train. So they're a variety pack. Let's see, they're Pillsbury. I got one package left to do there. The sugar, these are the sugar cookies. So I think this is all. I was going to do my famous oatmeal cookies, but I saw these, picked them up. They taste great. So the kids will be over. Laura, Mama, and Tania will be here, so they'll love these. I don't think they do. They don't really do pies that much, so, but they'll love the grandma for these cookies, y'all. So anyway, you're gonna be seeing some cookies on the flavor train tomorrow, and I'm also gonna have some. I think I told y'all banana nut some kind of cake I picked up at the bakery. So, like I said, I'm not a real baker except for my sweet potato pies. So, here we go, y'all. Thanks again. Keep those prayers going up now. Love you guys. Toodaloo.